Look at them go, so much fun! Hey, how are you today? Last week I talked to you about a supposed leak for Mario Kart 9, where a credible video game leaker dropped some hints about the upcoming game. Now, if it's true or not remains to be seen. But a new Nintendo Direct is probably around the corner, which could be the time to learn some more details about that. But that whole news got me thinking. The characters in Mario Kart are great and diverse, and even some of them aren't from the Mario universe, but other Nintendo games. But I do have a feeling that there are still some characters left out. There are a lot of Super Mario characters left that could be a really fun addition to the supposed 9th entry. Some of which have a prominent presence within the Mario games, and others that might just have a small part to play. Or what about some Mario Kart veterans that were cut out of the game? So I decided to make a list, a top 5 of Mario characters that I would love to see in Mario Kart 9. If you have your favorite beings from the Mario universe that you would love to see in the next game, then be sure to let me know what these are in the comments below. I always love to read your picks. Alrighty, let's begin with number 5. And let's start with a character that made his debut in the most recent Super Mario main title. Cappy, of course, the trusty companion in Mario Odyssey, who helps Mario transform into all kinds of wacky stuff. At first look, it might seem silly how a hat could be a playable character in Mario Kart. But if you look at his regular form when he isn't transformed into Mario's hat, you will see that he is more like a hat ghost, if that actually is a thing. He has tiny little arms and floats around. He doesn't have any feet, so he can't really press the gas pedal. But have you seen one of the Toads or baby characters driving around? That also doesn't seem too natural. From just one game, he has made himself into a fan favorite, also appearing in Super Smash as a cameo on Mario's head. And what about Tiara, Cappy's girlfriend or wife? It could be really easy to add her as well as an alternative skin. But I believe this is a no-brainer. I'm also sure that we will eventually see a Super Mario Odyssey 2 appear on Nintendo Switch. So with Cappy in Mario Kart 9, you have a perfect combination of bringing the spotlight to this awesome character. And here I have a character which was once part of the Mario Kart roster but was removed after just one game. Funky Kong. Now before I tell you why, I know that there are a lot of people out there who want to see Diddy return as well. And you are absolutely right. He is probably the second most important character of the Donkey Kong franchise. So to have just a protagonist in is a damn shame. But I want to shine a spotlight on Funky as well, as he has always been a favorite of mine, and I would love to see him return. I mean, what's there not to like? His design is slick, and there is nothing cooler than seeing this funky dude cruising around on a motorbike in his sunglasses and bandana. I have always liked his design and role within the Donkey Kong universe, and it isn't very often you get to play as him. I mean, you can do so in Tropical Freeze on Switch, but that counts as an easy mode with extra lives. And that's not how I want to play that game. He was only playable in Mario Kart Wii as a one-off character, which we have seen more often in Mario Kart games. But it's time to get some of those back. The veterans deserve some more love, with Funky being one of the most important ones in my opinion.
Okay.
Now for a character that has had really bad luck when it comes to being included in Mario Kart. Kamik. I say that because there is evidence that he almost got in twice, but got scrapped out of the game both times, while never returning as a playable character. The first time was with Mario Kart 64, where there are screenshots from an early build of the game with him clearly being present in the roster and driving around. The second time was with Mario Kart 8, where an unused emblem can be found for Kamik in the game's code, which might suggest that he was planned at a certain point. Kamik has made an appearance in many Mario games, often being the main antagonist for Yoshi as well. He made his debut in Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, deciding to kidnap baby Luigi and Mario, as he foresees that they will cause trouble for his master Bowser in the future. And he kept an active role ever since, functioning as a judge in the most recent Mario Party, and making Yoshi's life difficult once again in Yoshi's Crafted World. He has been an important part of Mario and Yoshi's history, so let's give him a chance to race against his enemies. And for number 2, I have a new character that's actually not new at all. Pauline. I say that because we hadn't seen her in a prominent role in the Mario universe in a long time. But since Odyssey, that has changed. But she was of course starring in Mario's very first game as the damsel in distress, even before Peach. So it's good to see her as a key figure of the Mushroom Kingdom once again. or at least for New Donk City, which Pauline is now the mayor of. She isn't Mario's girlfriend anymore, but she does help him on his way in the big city, with ways to gain extra power moons. Ever since Odyssey, we have seen her appear more and more in Mario spin-off titles, which is something really good in my opinion. With her first appearing as a playable character in Mario Tennis Aces, and now also available as a racer in the mobile game Mario Kart Tour. I mean, the logical next step is to make her a contender in the mainline Mario Kart game as well. If Rosalina can still be this important after her Mario Galaxy days, then Pauline deserves that very same treatment if it's up to me. But for my number one pick, we have someone that has been kept in the dark for way too long, but finally has been taking a peek in the light once more. The biggest, baddest villain from Donkey Kong himself, King K Rool. Now, I have always been rooting for him to make a return in some way. But now he's in Smash, we have seen an amazing amount of love that he has received. Not just from K Rool fans, but from Smash and Nintendo fans as well. We don't know if there is a new Donkey Kong Country or a 3D game in the works. If that would be the case, he could make his return as the main antagonist once more. But while we are still in doubt about that, why not do something fun with him in the meantime? And make him a playable racer in Mario Kart 9. It's always a good thing to get more bad, heavy characters in. And with this Croc, you got one of the best ones that there is. And it's not just a character. We have been racing around Bowser's castle in many games. So I would love to see us crossing around K Rool's evil lair or island to mix things up. With Crocs around the stage rooting for their favorite king. He would be my number one pick. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. So here we are, 5 characters from the Mushroom Kingdom that I would love to see in the next Kart installment. I know 2 of them are from the Donkey Kong universe. Or maybe even 3, as Pauline comes from a game literally called Donkey Kong. But hey, there is a lot of overlap between those 2 franchises. But now I want to ask you, if you get to pick 5 racers from the Mario universe to get in the next Mario Kart installment, then who would you pick? Let me know in the top 5 in the comments. If you like Mario Kart and Nintendo games in general, be sure to subscribe to the XPref channel for a lot more content like this, with new videos releasing multiple times per week. If you want to keep the discussion going, be also sure to join the XPref Discord to be a part of a group full of fun Nintendo fans. Leaving a like on your way out is also a super cool move. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.